Truth is, I used to be jealous of my friends all the time. When they had better opportunities than me, when they would be growing faster than me, and when they would make me feel like I was behind. But I realized it wasn't them, it was me. It was my mindset, my confidence, and my self esteem. In today's video, I'm going to break down 4 different tips that help me stop being jealous and stop allowing me to compare myself to others so that I can focus on my own journey. So, the first thing that really helped me stop being jealous of other people was defining what does success mean to me. I had this talk with my friend earlier this week, but I used to think that success was super duper linear. I used to think that, like, oh, some people just got lucky. And even when it comes to like forms of content or really whatever it means in your life, if it was sports, if it was school, I would just think that people were just lucky. That person was just smarter than me. That person was just faster than me. That person just had a better video than me. But it's not as much linear as it is. You necessarily all the time, especially if it's through social media or if you don't really know the person like that, you don't know what that person could be doing behind the scenes. You don't know if they're religious and they were praying. You don't know the amount of work that they were putting in to get that success. You only see what you see online, and it's not always what you think it is. It's not always so linear. And what I have put on my notebook by redefining what it means, because at the end of the day, in terms of like YouTube and stuff, like I really want to take it far. I really want to try to impact as much people. I want to get a sense of community. Some people might be doing it for a whole different reason. Therefore, success is different in their way. They might be doing it for the money. They might be wanting to do it for the fame. That's success in their eyes. That's not success for me. Success for me looks like a community, people commenting, people saying, oh, this really helped this video. This video really impacted me. Oh, I really needed this today. Or asking questions like, oh, say if it was my camera, or so how did you get your camera? Like asking questions, more people saying, well, I've always wanted to do YouTube. You motivated me, even when I'll be here at school and then people will tell me to keep going. I always watch your videos. Like that is what success means to me. It means a sense of community. It means growing. It means impacting the people out there. And I would definitely say that helps me, not be jealous of other people, because at the end of the day, like I'm not them. My journey is my journey. My goals are my goals, and we're all going to hit them at different times. You know what I mean? My goals might be different than their goals. We all have different goals. We're all in different places of life, and we all have different types of journeys. And so that's why I would say to make sure you redefine success for your own self, so you can not only know what you're trying to do, but whatever you're trying to achieve, you can know that as well. And that's what I want to say for number 1. And so for number 2, I would say to make competition into motivation. And what I meant by this is because usually most of the times when you're envy or jealous of other people, you kind of want what they want, and at the same time it's the negative effect of saying that, oh, well, they don't deserve this, they don't deserve that because I put in so and so amount of work. Well, put that into your drive, make that your motivation instead of a competition. Like there's some people here or some people I know that do content creation or YouTube that might have more subscribers, more views than me, but instead of me sitting there saying, well, this person doesn't deserve that, that person doesn't deserve this, I could look at it in my head, well, let me get on my grind. You know what I mean? Let me do this. Let me switch something up. Let me catch up to that person or even get past them, instead of just completely giving up and saying that someone doesn't deserve something. And then I also want to say that because even this week when I was talking to one of my friends, and he's like doing really good with YouTube right now, having that conversation with him made me even go back into, I had this content book I've literally had, my mom bought me this notebook like I think over a year ago, and I just never used it. I was supposed to be putting my goals in there, my ideas in there. Literally made me open it up. I went chat GPT my whole entire analytics, made me look at, okay, what are my weaknesses, what are my strengths in my video. And now when I was able to go through that, it taught me many things. And I just sit there and think, like what would God have done if He never put that person in my life for me able to learn that, what if we never would have had that conversation? I would have just kept making, bad videos. And I wouldn't even say my videos would be like bad or terrible. Like you could tell by the quality, the sound quality, like we're doing good. But I just think it was like the technical stuff. Like, okay, maybe I'm not hooking the viewers. Maybe, I do love my hour vlogs, but maybe I just need to cut some stuff out, or maybe I don't need to cut the stuff out, but some of the stuff that might be within that hour, maybe I should shorten it. You know what I mean? So you see how that conversation opened it up for me to, try to like perfect my craft. So that's why I was saying, use it as your drive. Like, okay, this person's doing this. How can I do this? Or maybe I need to change this. Like I always try to switch something up. I always try to change something. It's not always necessary like you're just bad and you suck. You know what I mean? Like, always try to make that into your motivation, your drive. How can I fix this? How can I fix that? And that's what to say for number 2. And so for my third one, I was going to put is to not let jealousy isolate you. And this kind of piggyback off of the last point by me sitting there thinking, and I didn't even realize that. I think it was low-key an ego because I just always hated asking people for help. But to sit there and think, like I said, that's kind of isolating yourself. Like, it makes no sense that I can't ask my friend for help, my other creator friends, or even people, on the internet, because I just think, oh, I'm a know-it-all and I know everything. Like, no, you don't. You know what I mean? But like I said, don't let it isolate you in the sense of like, it's never wrong to ask questions. There's never a dumb question. Just how you learn in school, there's never a dumb question. Nothing's ever dumb. You know what I mean? It's okay for us to grow. Once again, we need to have that sense of community, not only with our followers, but with our other fellow creators. You know what I mean? So being able to ask people for help, there's nothing wrong with that. Asking people for advice, there's nothing wrong with that. Asking, maybe should I switch my content up? Should I do this? Should I do that? There is nothing wrong for that. Even if you take it outside of like content creation, if it's school, you know what I mean? There's nothing ever wrong with, maybe you got to get a tutor. You're not dumb for getting the tutor. Maybe you just need some extra help. Maybe you just need some extra time explaining. It's same as, those people that go to office hours. There's nothing wrong with that. Maybe you just need some extra explanation. It's completely okay. You're not dumb. You're not stupid. It's that negative mindset that is going to continue to isolate us and keep us from that community and keep us from that growth. Never try to be your own enemy. You know what I mean? Because it's true what people say. It's literally you versus you every single day. So don't ever try to sit there and isolate yourself because you don't think you need to ask people for help. Even it could become to anything like mental health. I know that's one thing. Like Black people, I'm going to be honest with it. We'd be the first ones to be sitting there talking down on therapy. It's a lot of y'all that's got some generational trauma we need to break. I have to say it. We love to talk about mental health and say mental health is not that important. Out of this, out of that. Some of y'all need some counseling. Some of y'all need some therapy. ASAP. But we'd be quick to sit there and say, oh, I don't need this. I'm too good for this. I'm too good for that. And be the same ones needing some therapy. Be the same ones crashing out every week. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking to somebody. So that's what I'm saying. Don't let it isolate you. It could be business related. It could be school related, content related, mental health, basic health. You know what I mean? Say you need to lose some weight. You can ask somebody in the gym. You can ask a trainer. You know what I mean? Don't ever think you too goody tissues to ask for help, okay? So don't let jealousy or envy isolate you. And that's what I'm to say for number 3. And so for number 4, I wanted to say is to always find the root, because I kind of see it. It's kind of funny, like, to bring in like a biblical reference, but I kind of see jealousy and envy just as God tells us to plant seeds and to be fruitful. I also feel like that's the same way that sin and negative things could be, or how bad mindsets could be, or bad routine or bad habits could be, because once you plant that seed, it's going to be really hard to take down that oak tree. And so what I mean by that is like, it's usually insecurities, it's usually a bad mindset, negative self-talk, low self-esteem, low confidence, all those things. Once you plant those seeds, I think that is what really causes jealousy or envy. So I would say is find that root. Like for me, it was really hard for me, just to ask for help. You know what I mean? To drop that ego is nothing. It's not even like, for so long I used to just think that asking for help was you feeling like you're lesser than somebody, or that you always have to be better than somebody. You always have to be in a competition with someone, and that's completely untrue. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with asking for help. There's nothing wrong with, it's not like you're the bad guy or less guy or a weaker dude. It's just you're on the same level as a person. It's just in your head and in your mindset, you're trying to put someone above you or to put yourself lower than someone when you don't have to do that at all. Just ask for help. You asking, can you explain this math problem, doesn't mean you're dumb. Maybe you just don't understand. You know what I mean? It doesn't always have to be something bad, something negative. So always find that root cause. Another thing for me too, it would be kind of like low confidence, but also just like a bad negative mindset. Because of course, if I'm always doing good mindset, and always doing negative mindset, and that was something I had to work on, because at the end of the day, your results should never impact your mindset. If you do bad on a quiz and an exam, I learned that in college, you can still have a good day. You can still have a good week. You just got to go for them office hours. Same thing. Just because I have one video doesn't mean I'm a bad YouTuber. It doesn't. You don't think Markiplier, Mr. Beast, Corey Kenshin, all the faves, you don't think they ever had one bad video? Yeah, all their videos might got 13, 15 mil, but it's one video on there that didn't hit a mil. You know what I mean? So it's like, just don't always try to isolate yourself. Don't always try to plant those bad seeds, bad mindset, because at the end of the day, you having that mindset is never going to allow you to build true friendships. It's going to never allow you to grow in your business, your content, your mind. You're never going to be able to grow as a basic human being if you don't have those relationships. You have to be able to build a community not only with your fans, with your other creators, but also with yourself. You have to love yourself. If you never love yourself, you'll never get anywhere in this life, regardless if it's school, regardless if it's mental health, exercise, body positivity, anything. If you don't have a community and love yourself, you won't get anywhere in your life. And that's what I want to say for number 4. And so I also wanted to say that if you have been feeling jealous and if you have been feeling envious of anybody or just comparing yourself, it is completely okay. That's why we make videos like this, so I can learn and so you could learn, because you're probably not the only one that's ever been jealous of someone, and I haven't been the only person that's been jealous of somebody. So I would ask that if you have, put in the comments below, interact. Let's go and build that sense of community. Interact with someone in the comments, or put maybe a time where you were jealous, or maybe a time where you were envious, or maybe a time you overcome this. Put that down and below in the comments. And I really hope this really impacted anybody who watched it. If you made it this far, you're a real one. Don't forget to subscribe. It's gonna be that little animation at the bottom. Make sure y'all subscribe. Currently, right now, I think by the time this video comes out, we might have already been at 600, but we are at 598. It's road to 1K. I would love to hit 1K before this year, but it's gonna be up to y'all. You know, I mean, I'm gonna be consistent. I drop my vids. But yes, definitely hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments of how you like this video, because I'm gonna try to edit it a little different. Let me know how you guys like the editing in this video, and let me know a topic down below you want to talk about. I always talk about anything that just recently happened or something I just learned, because I'm like, hey, if I just learned it at 21, someone is about to learn it, or they've already learned it, or they might want to learn. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Continue to like, comment, subscribe. Road to 600, really road to 700, really road to 1K, and I'm gonna see you on the next video.